Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B. And as always, thank you for viewing my video. Iran shows no signs of giving in to Trump. It's actually the opposite. They continue to chant, "Death to America" every day, threaten and attack the U.S. and our allies in the Mideast. The regime, which is the ruling class made up of the supreme leader, the clerics, and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, are not suffering in this conflict. So it's easy for them to keep attacking their neighbors and the U.S. Their ruling class subjects are suffering. Iran's Central Military Command maintains that the strait is shut to commercial traffic as well as oil tankers. The U.S. disputes the closure, asserting that the route is open while maintaining separate naval restrictions targeting Iranian shipping. Today's latest threat is that they, Iran, will attack U.S. warships if American forces attempt to alter shipping routes or break the ongoing naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. In other words, Iranian officials stated that any U.S. Navy vessel trying to open an alternate shipping corridor or impose a different route through the choke point will be hit. Iran is using the Houthis in Yemen to establish and enforce a naval blockade in another location. They are targeting Saudi shipping in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait and Red Sea. This is an attempt to threaten global energy supplies and escalate regional conflict. Iran's current targets in the Middle East include strategic U.S. assets, regional energy infrastructure, and allied host nations. Missile and drone attacks still target American military positions and personnel in countries including Kuwait, Bahrain, and Jordan, in addition to allied forces and locations in Iraq and Saudi Arabia. Iran is targeting major Saudi Arabia oil facilities such as Ghawar Field, the Abqaiq processing complex, and Khurais. They are also targeting other Persian Gulf states, including the Ruwais refinery and Zakum field in the UAE, the Bergen field in Kuwait, the Sitra refinery in Bahrain, and the Ras Laffan complex in Qatar. Iran and its allies have physically targeted and damaged multiple cloud and technology facilities in the Gulf. Strikes have hit 3 Amazon data center facilities in the UAE and Bahrain, starting on March 1, 2026. This strike caused prolonged regional cloud outages. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has published a target list of 29 regional tech assets, including infrastructure tied to Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Oracle. They have also threatened massive AI projects like the UAE Stargate initiative. Recent satellite imagery has confirmed fresh missile damage to Amazon's Bahrain data center cluster following a July 21, 2026 cruise missile strike. The regional AWS servers remain offline. Iran is escalating AI cyber attacks on the U.S. home front. U.S. intelligence reports note persistent digital harassment and phone tracking attempts against military personnel rather than direct tactical network breaches. The biggest cyber threats are AI-powered attacks, ransomware, and critical infrastructure targeting. Iran and Iran-backed hacking groups use commercially available AI, specifically ChatGPT and Gemini, alongside localized AI models to enhance their cyber operations. Rather than building unique proprietary supercomputers for hacking, state-linked actors leverage standard frontier AI tools to speed up traditional attack steps. Iran is targeting our critical infrastructure, including water and wastewater systems, energy grids, local and state government facilities, defense entities, and commercial networks. In the water and wastewater systems, Iran attempts to cause operational disruptions and manipulate system controls that manage water flow and treatment. During July and August of 2026, Iranian hackers targeted more than 30 water system plants in Minnesota. In addition, there are reported incidents in 7 other states, such as in Michigan, Georgia, and other states which suffered remote intrusions targeting internet-connected programmable logic controllers. These intrusions on industrial controls exploit internet-exposed devices using weak passwords or default settings to alter valves, pumps, and system configurations. Medical facilities are attacked by Iranian-linked hacktivists and state-aligned actors, including groups such as Handala, in March 2026 when they targeted global medical equipment firm Stryker. Energy and power. Grid facilities that manage power generation and local utilities are continuously scanned for attack. This includes power generation, electric grids, and energy companies. Local and state government networks are targeted to undermine administrative functions, disrupt government operations and services, and sow public distrust. Defense and aerospace contractors and related supply chains are targeted for cyber espionage and credential harvesting. Iran has also targeted U.S. officials and personnel. Iranian intelligence-affiliated actors targeted personal email accounts and leaked data belonging to high-profile U.S. government and FBI personnel. reports noted attempts to leverage telecommunication vulnerabilities to track phone location data associated with military personnel. Iran's common attack methods include 1. Exploiting default credentials, which is targeting internet-connected operational technology using default or weak passwords. 2. Pre-positioning, which is gaining early access footholds inside networks to establish latent control for potential future retaliation. 3. Spear phishing, which is using tailored social engineering lures, fake job postings, and spoofed communications against IT and corporate personnel. The cyber attacks on our water and power facilities directly affect our entire way of life. Power and water are required everywhere. 1. From our homes, to banking, to manufacturing, to hospitals, and to food storage. 2. AI data centers would collapse. 3. No drinking water or sanitary disposal. 4. In the U.S., most military installations use public water. 5. No gasoline from the pumps. U.S. cybersecurity is not as good as one would think or expect. Reports indicate it is only moderately secure. It faces major vulnerabilities due to a fragmented defense approach, voluntary private guidelines, and ongoing nation-state attacks on critical infrastructure. Fragmented ownership is a concern because approximately 80% of critical infrastructure is privately owned. This leads to uneven and lax defense standards. Voluntary rules are a problem because many vital sectors rely on voluntary guidance rather than strict, mandatory minimum security requirements. Policy and funding gaps. Federal cyber grants face expiration cliffs and shifting political funding support, leaving local systems strained. Software updates are an issue also. In addition, the Trump administration has implemented significant budget and workforce cuts targeting federal cybersecurity infrastructure. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency lost a substantial portion of its workforce and faced hundreds of millions in proposed budget and program reductions. Key election security and threat-sharing initiatives with state and local governments were downsized. Several public-private advisory panels and the Cyber Safety Review Board were disbanded or restructured. The Department of Defense suspended a major phase of its Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification program for contractors to reduce perceived regulatory burdens. In summary, Iran is acting like the winner. These continuing attacks and threats toward the U.S. are like victory laps. As I have previously stated, air campaigns alone do not win wars. Economic sanctions, as we have already implemented, may punish some people, usually the workers, but not the elites. I suggest the administration must be all in or all out. They cannot keep waffling as they have. Throwing rocks back at them after they throw one at us won't win a war. We must bite the bullet if we want to prevail. Otherwise, pack up and go home. All we are doing is putting our troops in harm's way and wasting our munitions. By the way, I am not sure it helps our cause when the network news stations are not only discussing how short we are on our munitions, but also displaying the exact numbers that we have left for all to see. This seems counterproductive to our cause. Anyway, back to the topic. The plan forward might be a multifaceted approach. Economic sanctions, air campaign, and cut off all exports and imports to Iran. In addition, go after their secret import-export business, their hidden banking and bartering systems, and at some point there will be boots on the ground. We should also prepare and have ready truckloads of aid for the Iranian working citizens. We should be there in their time of need, and the Iranians are a proud people, and at this point I suspect they don't trust America. If there is a major change to take place in their country, they feel they should be the ones to see it through. American credibility is low. They fear America will walk away and leave them holding the bag. Well, these are my thoughts for today. And again, whether you agree or disagree, please verify the information presented. Thank you. And until next time, take care and be safe.
Me na do it.
Ooh.